Welcome to another Handyman Leatherman video. You see this building behind me? It's a tiny house. They are a big thing right now, but we're going to do something a little bit special. Let me show you what we're going on here. The way they build these things, they put short walls in them, then they go up with the gamble, it gives you the height. But we're going to take off part of this roof and we're going to do what they call a shed roof and have windows on this side facing this way, and it's going to go up a little taller and go back this way, but we're only going to do about half of it, or 10 feet or so. But let me show you why. Let's go inside. As you can see, a friend of mine, she bought this and somebody already started it. So this is the dilemma a lot of people run into. You see up there, that's the loft. That's where she's gonna have her bedroom. There's not much headspace. So we're gonna just rip it out to somewhere in this area here so she could do a staircase. So we're gonna get up there and rip off the shingles, pull out the plywood, rip out all the rafters, and we're gonna be able to stand on top of the platform and build it. Well, we have approximately 10 foot ripped off, and interestingly enough, they had no tar paper, which is interesting. They used architectural shingles. Maybe that's what they were thinking. So that's something to keep in mind if you order one of these sheds. So we've got all four sides pulled off. Now we're just gonna pull off the plywood so we can go in and start pulling out the rafters little by little. All right, we're getting somewhere. So as you tell, we've already ripped it all off, threw it in the dumpster, and there's our roof line gable. We're probably gonna take it over another 2 foot, because this is the 8 foot platform that's up here where her bedroom's gonna be. And we're gonna take it another 2 foot over so she could have a ladder that comes up and have a higher section, not hit her head when she comes up. So we're gonna get the skill saw and make a better cut. And there you go. We just cut out the other 2 foot. You can see the rafter there we have yanked out. Boy, my blade on my skill saw was not happy with me cutting to those shingles. But we got it off, and now you can see the wall there. That's what the other wall is going to sit on. So it's coming along. We're making progress. And look at that. 10 feet cleared off. Can't back out now. We got to put the roof back on. So here we go. Let's go and start building this roof in. Good morning, everybody. Day 2. As you can see behind me, we got the first wall up. It was a little bit of engineering trying to figure out how to fit it. You can tell the floor joists from the upstairs stick out onto the wall. So we had to kind of lay out our walls where they would still be able to sit up there. And we got 3 windows going on. And if you look over here, before we left yesterday, we figured out our pitch. You see that far board over there? So it's going to be about 4.5 foot on this side, and that's going to be our roof pitch. So we got a whole bunch of wood here in the trailer. Some 14 foot 2x6s for the rafters, a bunch of 2x4s, and some newer plywood for the deck up there because it's just 1/2 inch deck and it bows too much. So let's get this unloaded and start setting up our tools and get the rest of this built in today. Hopefully we get the rafters up. It's a little windy up here, but we've got our second wall built. One thing about these masks is they keep your face warm. You can see it's just a 10 foot wall just like the other side, but this time we're only doing 1 window. So got my header in. Some of you complained about the way I did my storage building, not doing a proper header. This time I did. Put the plywood in there, glued it, screwed it. So it's a solid header, and that's what I did over here too. So let's get this thing stood up. That's going to be a nice pitch there. Just enough to get the water off. She'll be able to have a decent bedroom here. It's going to be a nice window looking at that stream on the other side. She's doing a lot of work to this property. It's looking nice. Okay, so I put in a 2x12 and I cut it to the angles. It appears at 8 degrees. And I screwed that in. Then I ran a string line, but the string line is going to help me to make sure I keep this thing straight. And I've already marked my studs at 16. I'm going to measure each one, cut the angle, and then build this whole wall just like that instead of trying to stand it up. I think this would be a little bit cleaner, so we'll try this one out. And the string line is going to tell me if I'm pushing up too high on it. So we'll get this wall built, and then we got to figure out how to put this wall in, because it's going to attach to the old gamble roof and screw to that. So we're coming along. It's been a very successful day. Check that out. We've got the pitch, all 4 walls, and we attached it to the top of the original container. So it's going to follow. That wall is going to be supported by the container. Now we're going to start putting all our rafters on. I got to finish screwing down my top plate and cutting off some excess, but we're pretty much there. A little bit more here and there, and we're going to be rocking and rolling. Let me throw up a rafter so you can see what's going on. We just got to space them out. We're going to do 2-foot center, and then the girls are priming the out-to, the overhangs, and the fascia boards. That way when we get those attached, we're going to put a metal roof on it. That way that'll be all waterproof. This is awesome. This little place is really looking good. Let me show you what it looks like from downstairs. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool? Got some big old overhangs off there. We just gotta add 2 more rafters on both sides. We've already got them all primed and painted because they're gonna be the whole perimeter exterior. That way everything does not get is protected until she gets around to doing some painting. We come off the back here, some nice overhangs. One window in the back. It's just really, really cool. And if you look, we set that wall right there on top of the gamble. Screwed it down solid. It just really got to give her a lot of space when she comes up that stairs. Let's go inside. So there's the opening. She's going to have a stairs that goes right up here. A good friend of mine, Judd, is going to build her some metal stairs. Going to come right up to here, so she's got plenty of clearance. As she comes up into her bedroom, and then this is going to be the inside of the bedroom. Got 3 big windows there, 1 there, and she's going to have a little window right there to be able to look out. 6 foot on this end, almost 5 foot on that side. So it's going to be a cute little cozy bedroom. Well, that's all we can get done for this video. Stay tuned, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe so you don't miss out on this. The next video, we're hoping to get the siding on and the roof. So this is really cool, and I know you're gonna ask, we are gonna do a cost video at the very end, calculate all the materials, so that way you have an idea if this is something feasible for you to do. So anyways, thank you guys so much for following along. This has been a lot of fun. I enjoy being able to do stuff a little different out of the box like this, but it's a pleasure that I was able to have an opportunity to do this and take part in something like this. But you guys stay tuned to what's going on and have fun in your own projects. Stay out of trouble. Oh man, long hard day. I gotta go home and kick back and throw my feet up. My legs are killing me up and down that big ladder, but man, it makes it nice and safe.